Hello! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie.the.cosmic.sailor, and today we are going to be getting advice and guidance from your spirit guides on your current situation. So the first thing we're going to look at is the current energy that you're in. So if the energy isn't resonating with the energy that you're currently in, and please use the energy reading as confirmation. You should already kind of know and feel the energy that's around you. So if what I'm telling you isn't resonating with you, you may want to choose another pile. And that's the first part. And then once we get through the energy check-in, we'll get into advice and guidance from your spirit guides. So we have 3 groups to choose from today. The first group is going to be this pile with the white howlite stone. The second group is this pile of cards with the moss agate cube. And the third group is going to be this pile of cards with the rose quartz, with the raw rose quartz. So take your time meditating on the piles. Whichever group you feel drawn to the most, that's your reading. If you feel drawn to more than one group, that just means there's more than one message for you here today. And I will have the timestamps linked in the description box below. That way you can click straight to your reading. And I will see you in your pile. Bye! Hello! If you chose the white howlite, this is your reading. We are going to go ahead and look at your energy check-in. So I've already shuffled out your tarot cards and your oracle cards. We're going to go ahead and flip them. That way we can see what energy are you currently in. Okay. So we have the Tower, the Fool in reverse, the Tower in reverse, the Fool in reverse, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So the way that I shuffled these was, this card was representing your past. We were supposed to have one card to represent your present, but all 3 of these came out as your present energy, and then your future energy. So your future energy can always change, but this is your future energy based on your current energy. So what I'm seeing is you could have experienced some kind of moment or something in your past that kind of, it's like the universe kind of forced you into this current situation that you're in. And with these cards coming out as your present energy, I feel like you could be in an energy where you are being called to kind of make a decision or move towards something that you feel passionate about. Move towards something that's in alignment with your emotions, with your current emotions. But as of right now, I feel like you could be in an energy of not knowing exactly which way to go or what decision to make. I'm getting almost this kind of like analysis paralysis energy with this pile. I want to go ahead and flip over your other cards. So we have the Scorpion and Sagittarius, representing the energy that you're currently in. So I feel like you are in an energy where you do kind of want to expand. You do want to see what's out there, but you could have certain limiting beliefs or certain thoughts about how things happened in the past that could be holding you back. I'm really getting this feeling of kind of maybe resentment or jealousy towards someone else, maybe even towards yourself. I feel like this is something that could be blocking you from making a decision. But with this card coming out, this Sagittarius card, I feel like this is this indecision really is what drew you to this reading. Wanting an answer, wanting to know which way you should move. I feel like you're already kind of getting advice to trust your intuition, trust the feelings that you have in this present moment. And with this Tower in reverse here, I feel like your spirit guides are really asking you to come into the present moment and not use this almost like fear of the unknown is kind of coming through to make your decision. I feel like you're really being asked to, you could be really encouraged to dream journal right now or write down your dreams. I feel like there could be valuable insights, or also meditation. Connecting to your subconscious mind is something that's coming through. You do have this energy of wanting to go out and wanting to explore something different, but I feel like this resentment or this jealousy is something that is kind of keeping you in this feeling of being stuck. Your spirit guides are saying you have the power. You hold the power. You have the answers. You have everything you need. I feel like quieting the mind and letting go of this fear of the unknown would be very helpful for you as well. And your spirit guides are also saying when you need the answer will come. And so if you are in this feeling of analysis paralysis or not really knowing which move to make, I feel like it could be because you're thinking too far in the future and you're trying to predict how other people will react or how you should act or react. And I feel like the advice really is to come into the present moment and really become aware of the feelings within you, what other people are saying, what your thoughts are saying, really coming into this awareness energy is something that's being encouraged. And with this Ace of Wands in reverse, I feel like your spirit guides are saying passion too hot could burn you. That may resonate with a few people. It's like this feeling of grasping something that's not there. And that's why I feel like coming into the present moment would be very helpful for you, very beneficial for you. Very interesting. With this Queen of Cups here, I do feel like you have this very emotional intelligence about you. I feel like you have this connection to your emotions. And I'm not saying to dismiss the things that you're feeling. I'm just saying that your emotions could be holding on to something that happened in the past that's no longer serving you. And I feel like this past replaying, I'm just seeing somebody like replaying something in the past. This could be like trauma or something that happened to you in the past. And I feel like it's causing indecision within you in the present moment. And it's making you feel like you won't know the step to take when the like step comes. But you're being really asked, I feel like, to just kind of leap without knowing. And I feel like the universe is kind of making this happen for you through people, situations. I'm seeing specifically situations that could trigger you happening around you. And it's kind of pushing you to the edge to discover certain parts about yourself. You really are in this kind of energy of discovery right now. And that's why I feel like coming into the present moment would be very helpful for you. We're going to go ahead and get some advice and guidance. And we're also going to end with some self-care cards, something that you can do to show yourself some more self-love, some more self-care. Let's go ahead and get some advice and guidance for you. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 1, please? Advice and guidance for pile number 1. Their current situation. I am feeling this like very fast moving energy. I feel like you could be an air sign. We also have Scorpio and Sagittarius here. And a water energy is here. But I feel like you could tend to really try and predict the outcome of situations, or try and really like think your way through things. But I feel like that energy is not serving. Whatever you're trying to figure out will come to you in the present moment. It'll be something that arises naturally in the present moment. Let's see. Advice and guidance for pile number 1, please. We had this card come out, Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world but not of it. I'm getting this very like grounded. I feel like your spirit guides are encouraging you to get grounded in the present moment. Really earthing, really grounding your energy. And with this message of in the world but not of it, I feel like you're being asked to really detach from certain outcomes. There could be an outcome that you really are hoping that will happen. And your spirit guides are really asking you to not think about what you want. It's almost like I'm getting this message, when you pray, I can't remember how the saying goes, but it's something about like releasing expectation, releasing how you think somebody should act, and just accepting how they act. I feel like with this group there could be almost this kind of like blind energy of not seeing something for how it really is. And I feel like you're, with this card coming out, learning how to be human, you're really being asked to trust your intuition, but also ground yourself in the present moment. That way when things arise, whenever a certain situation arises, you will be able to see the truth of that situation based off of the present moment, not based off of things that you've experienced in the past, but based off of what is actually happening right now. On the back of the deck, we have empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And with this image of the mirror, there could be a lot of mirroring happening, but especially with this empathetic message, you could be really absorbing the emotions of those around you. I feel like you're really being asked to practice self-care, self-love, and also maybe like a cord-cutting ritual, or really just disconnecting your energy from those around you and really coming into your own energy. Because I feel like you could be very empathetic. I'm also hearing highly sensitive person. And it was kind of like that message that was coming earlier with trauma. I feel like there could have been people in your environment growing up who may have been very manipulative to you through your emotions, and really knew how to pull on your heartstrings to get you to feel certain things. But this says absorbing what's not yours. And I'm also getting the message, I feel like your spirit guides are advising you to focus on yourself, focus on your self-care, focus on your self-love, because when you are in an energy of being balanced within yourself, I feel like this answer, whatever you're trying to figure out, will come to you, and it won't be somebody else's, because you'll be so strong and so like in your own energy. I'm also getting this, I feel like a protection ritual would be very helpful for you, or just it's almost like allowing this like bubble to form around you and allowing yourself to sit in your own energy. We also have this Scorpion here. I feel like you could have strong Scorpio placements, or I feel like you are able to get in touch with these deeper emotions. You are able to feel the darker things. And I also feel like reading this card out of the book for you, because I really want to see what it says. Empathetic Starseed as your advice and guidance. And it's interesting too because, so we have the number 62, 63, 64, and 5. And Earth is the card that comes directly after, or directly before Empathetic Starseed. So it's like, I feel like your spirit guides are saying you are on the right path. You are on the right track. And your spirit guides are saying we wouldn't let you step off the path even if you tried. And that's why I feel like this energy of you're being pushed in a certain direction is because that's where you're meant to go. That's where you're meant to be. Let's see what it says. It says, empathetic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here, thanks to the energetic charge their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathetic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction. So it says, due to their highly sensitive nature, empathetic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. And we had that message of Earth over here, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. And I feel like you are very empathetic. You do have a very strong third eye, heart, and crown chakra is something that's coming through. And I feel like your spirit guides are really advising you to practice being in your root chakra. I do have a root chakra reading on my channel if you feel like watching that. Maybe seeing advice and guidance from your root chakra, but also just really grounding your energy down in the present moment. But this says, many are prone to addiction and depression or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Sorry about that noise, if you can hear that noise in the background. I feel like there could be a lot of interruptions, a lot of distractions in your life, a lot of people calling to you to heal them. But I feel like right now your advice and guidance is to focus on healing your own energy. Focus on being present in your own energy. I feel like doing a sitting in the power meditation where you really just focus on bringing all of your energy back to yourself could be really helpful for you as well. We're going to get some more advice and guidance for you. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 1, please? Please get some advice and guidance. We'll take all 3. On the back, we have Bring a Gentle Touch, Dear Spirit, with number 18, and it's 18:04 on the clock. That number could be significant for you. I'm also seeing January 8th as well. But 18 could be a lucky number for you. With this Bring a Gentle Touch, I feel like you're being asked to be gentle with yourself and others in this situation that you're in right now. we're going to go ahead and look at your cards. So we have number 42, you are never alone, Otter Spirit. And then we have Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And then we have Porcupine Spirit in reverse, time for a beginner mind, 48, 67, and 42. I'm going to put this card, put it right here. I'm going to drink a water really quickly. This could also be maybe you need to take a drink of water as well. So your advice and guidance, turn knowledge into wisdom. You are never alone. I feel like your spirit guides really are asking you to pray to them, to ask them for advice and guidance. You know, I'm really glad that you came to this reading, but this is a general message. Your spirit guides can give you so much more advice and guidance and insight when you directly communicate with them. But also I feel like this message is that there are people around you who care about you, who love you, and who want to see you shine. And if you're confused, maybe asking them for advice and guidance, asking their perspective, asking their input, and really taking in what they say and kind of letting it toss around in your mind and seeing if it resonates with you. And then with this turn knowledge into wisdom, I feel like your spirit guides are saying you already have all the answers. You already know exactly what needs to happen. But again, that message of the present moment is coming through, of really coming back into the present moment, really observing your thoughts that come up when they come up. And if there's something that you feel called to do, doing it with an open mind is something that's really coming through. And releasing expectations, releasing this almost like you can't control the outcome. You can't control what is going to happen, but following your intuition, trusting where you're being led. And I actually want to read this wisdom card out of the book for you, the Wolf Spirit. Again, I'm getting that message of community strong. It's interesting because I feel like it's almost like we're getting like conflicting messages here. It's like your spirit guides want you to practice self-care, practice releasing what's no longer serving you, and really focusing on your own energy. But also they're not asking you to completely dismiss other people's advice and guidance, to completely dismiss the community that you may have around you. I feel like I'm really getting the message, be the leader in your own life. I want to see what it says, Wolf Spirit, card number 67 in the book. So it says, Wolf Spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets to your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all you have learned and all you are learning and make it yours? Can you integrate it all into your body, mind, and spirit? Whatever lessons you learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Be loyal to your dreams, to your soul, and to turning knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. You are the one you have been waiting for. Be still and know that the sound of your heart beats in harmony with the whole world. The appearance of Wolf Spirit is an auspicious omen that says you are truly in alignment with your destiny. Wow. I feel like this group could be a light worker, could be a healer of some sort. And that's maybe that's why we're getting this kind of like, almost like opposing energy, is like whenever you're a light worker, whenever you're a healer, whenever you're an empath, your energy alone can be very healing to other people. Your presence alone is very healing to those around you. But you have to focus on putting your energy into yourself, into self-care, into, I'm hearing like a routine that helps you stay grounded, that helps you be almost at this like inner peace within. And once you have cultivated this like inner peace within and you're remaining open to what you see and what you hear around you, it's like the answers will come to you. And you will be almost like more wise because you know, it's almost like you'll be more wise because you know that you know nothing. And anything that you need to know will arrive in the present moment. And your spirit guides are around you heavily. You're very protected at this time. I feel like practicing a protection ritual would be very helpful and very healing for you. But also your spirit guides want you to know that you're protected regardless. The reason to practice the protection ritual would be almost like to calm your nervous system and give your mind a peace of mind and give your mind almost like a sense to calm down. And know that you are protected, but your spirit guides are around you regardless. Your spirit guides are protecting you regardless. Sorry if you can hear that noise in the back. I also want to see what the porcupine says in reverse. So the porcupine says, "Are you feeling prickly and defensive lately and assuming you will be hurt before you have seen any sign that such a reaction is called for? Perhaps an old sense of guilt and shame is causing you to be cynical and wary when you are meant to be open and curious. Self-protection is a good thing, but you may be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead will bring you abundance, happiness, and love. Remember your innocence and you will see what you have been overlooking. Porcupine quills are filled with air, allowing a porcupine to float in water. Now is a time to let your innocent nature keep you buoyant." Very interesting, because I feel like we were getting that message of protection, and it's like we were getting conflicting messages, you know? It's important to set boundaries. It's like, I feel like your spirit guides are asking you to not take certain things to the extremes and to really find a sense of balance within all things, to find a balance within yourself and to find a balance within the experiences that you are experiencing. It's like your spirit guides want you to protect yourself and want you to know that you are protected, but it's almost like you could be protecting yourself or building a wall around yourself and not letting other people in. And it's interesting with that message of the mirror. It's like, I feel like one of your advice and guidance is to see how other people are acting and see what triggers come up within you. And it's like you can then, it's almost, I'm getting a sense of shadow work that needs to be done as well. Or maybe you are doing shadow work. But you're being asked to really turn the things that you know to be true into like truths. Very interesting. We're going to go ahead and get a last little piece of advice and guidance for you. Spirit guides of love and light, can you please get some advice and guidance from pile number 1? I feel like this card wants to come out. I'm also hearing, I feel like your spirit guides are really asking you to not be too hard on yourself and to keep this sense of like lightness within. It's like I'm getting this message of duality. I feel like you could be very prone to focusing on the extremes of certain situations and maybe prone to seeing things in black and white. But I feel like your spirit guides are asking you to see that two truths can exist. Actually, they're saying billions of truths exist, and that's why there's billions of people on this planet. Let's see what this card says. We have success, bloom wherever you are planted. I feel like your spirit guides are saying that you will know what to do or say when the time arrives. And I feel like they're saying if you have this sense of worry or this sense of doubt, I feel like they're asking you to release these feelings of worry because it's not very helpful. And whenever a situation arrives that needs to be addressed, whether it's feelings that you have within yourself or something being reflected to you through someone else, I feel like you will know the answer. And you will be successful in whatever you're trying to do or accomplish or be. But with this message of porcupine spirit, and also with this otter card I was getting in another deck, it talks about the otter being very joyful and playful and light and connecting with friends. I feel like connecting with your tribe or connecting with like-minded people would be very helpful and healing for you as well at this time. And also just your spirit guides are saying, like, keep it light, you know, especially if you are doing shadow work, especially if you are coming across triggers. Your spirit guides are asking you to not forget the light also exists. And then on the back of the deck, we have grow. All flowers must grow through the dirt. It's interesting. I feel like you're at a period of evolution. We have self-care on the back of the deck as well. I feel like you're at a period of really growing, but sometimes, like it's saying, they have to grow through the dirt. A lot of times we experience things that we don't want to experience, or we encounter people who really challenge us, who really challenge our beliefs in life. But it's all, sorry about that. As I was saying, it's all for love. It's all done out of a place of love. And it's like the strict parent, you know, whenever you're a child and you have somebody or a parent who's in your life who's really strict, they could be teaching you hard lessons of life. And when we're in those moments, we get frustrated and we think, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to learn this lesson? But it's like, once we look back in hindsight, we're really grateful for the harder challenges that we experienced, because it allowed us to become a better version of ourselves. It allowed us to become more beautiful, more whole in ourselves. And you do have this message of success, so you will be successful in whatever it is you're trying to do or achieve. You could just be in a tougher period right now, or in a more challenging period right now. But I feel like your spirit guides are really asking you to practice self-care, practice grounding, know that you are protected, know that you are loved and guided, and you are being guided right now. It may seem challenging and it may seem hard, but I feel like in hindsight you will look back on this time and be very grateful for the challenges that you experienced, because it allowed you to evolve and let go. But I feel like, oh, I almost forgot. We were going to get a self-care message for you. We're going to end with some self-care, something that you can do to practice self-care, self-love. We do have that message, tend to your garden. So let's see, spirit guides of love and light. Can we please get some self-care for pile number 1? Some self-love, some self-care, something pile number 1 can do. So we have family here. Connecting with your family. If there's something that you're going through right now, your family could have some very valuable insight, some very valuable advice, but also just spending time with them. And, you know, I'm almost getting this feeling of like letting your inner child out, being playful. You know, if you have certain siblings that you joke around with, or maybe you're really close with your mom, that's something that's coming through as well. But this is your advice for self-care, is really just connecting with your family, you know, those who love you, those who raised you, those who have seen you at your worst. I feel like they could give you very valuable insight. And then we also have read on the back of the deck. You could do this as self-care, reading, relaxing, just taking time to explore a different world, to dream. That's something that's also coming through for you. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know if this resonated. And if you feel called, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new pick a card readings, new videos like this one, just be sure to click the little bell and you'll get a notification anytime I upload new readings like so. Thank you so much for watching again, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye! Hello! If you chose the Moss Agate Cube, this is your reading. So the first thing we're going to look at is your current energy, the energy that you're currently in. So I already have your tarot cards laid out, but the first thing that I was picking up was this very like inside the box energy. This very like, I feel like almost kind of stuck or trapped in a certain perspective, or this is how things should be, this is how things could be, this is how things are supposed to be. I feel like you could be a perfectionist as well. That's something that's coming through. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. Okay. I feel like you could be in this very protective energy, protective over certain things in life. I'm getting a certain feeling, protective over your feelings. Let's look and see. So we have the turtle, and then we have Virgo energy. So we have number 18, that could be significant. Virgo could also be significant. You may have significant Virgo or 6th house placements. With this turtle card being here, the turtle is all about adventure. Is all about stepping out of the unknown. I'm getting a kind of, it's like these energies almost feel opposed. This like I analyze, and then the turtle is very carefree. So you could be maybe protective over something, and maybe at this point you don't really know why you're so protective over it. I feel like it's almost like this feeling of peace, or this feeling of something that you've created, something that you've built, but you could also be in the energy of wanting to go out and expand and explore something else. I'm getting this feeling of, it's almost like you could be or have been building something, creating something, and it's like your subconscious mind, where parts of yourself feel like this is no longer serving you, but it's like you're already on this path. It's like there's momentum to protect something, but I feel like you could also be being called to just let it go. And it's like I'm getting this almost like indecision of whether you should keep building, keep protecting, or go out and explore something new. I feel like you're almost at a crossroads, or there could be a lot of change happening in your life, or certain things around you could be shifting and the ground may feel unsteady. And I feel like this is supposed to happen. I feel like a certain advice and guidance that's already coming through is to observe the changes without allowing it to throw you off of this balance that you've created. And it's like I'm getting this message. I feel like both of these things could be right for you at this time. Continuing to build and continuing to create the stable foundation, but also remembering to take time to rest and take time to explore other parts, other avenues. And it's interesting because Virgo is a mutable sign. Virgo is not a fixed sign. And when we think about Virgo, we can think about it has to be this way, it has to be a certain way, I built a routine around this thing, but really Virgo does have this capability and this capacity to shift and change. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that you're in right now, is allowing your routine to change, allowing your environment to change, allowing your passions to change. Very interesting. I actually want to look at the turtle in the book really quick and see what it says, just to get a little deeper. So it says, ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. When out of balance, slows down to a halt. When in balance, peaceful, adventurous, and productive. You could maybe have analysis paralysis or tend to overthink things, overthink situations. And with the turtle, I also get this very like slow and steady message. And I feel like that could be your current energy where things could be slowing down. And you may think like, oh, well, if things are slowing down, maybe I should stop fighting for it. Maybe I should pursue something else. I feel like you're at a point where things are meant to slow down. And it's like nothing can be go, go, go all the time. But I feel like you may be coming out of this energy where things moved very fast. But I feel like you are building something bigger than yourself. And it takes time. This says, this helps to ground and connect them to deeper truths of life, no matter where their travels lead them. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all other books and begin to tell our own true tale. So you could be a writer, you could be trying to create something in your life, or maybe you're a really good storyteller as well. We're going to go ahead and get some advice and guidance for you. And you could be receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities from your spirit guides that you are on the right path. But I get this feeling maybe things are moving slow and you may be feeling like, well, maybe this isn't the path for me. Your spirit guides are kind of saying there's always going to be ups and downs. Nothing can ever be straight up. That's not like how life works. It's like we go in a spiral, we go in a circle. And a lot of times we think because we're going in a circle, we're just going round and round. But we're actually moving up. We're evolving. But we're evolving at this like slow and steady race, constantly recircling, constantly relearning lessons. As well. I feel like you're very intelligent as well. I feel like you're able to pick up on certain subtleties in life. We're going to go ahead and get some advice and guidance for you. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance from pile number 2? Advice and guidance from pile number 2, please. Oh, this card says, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So I am getting this feeling like you have created something. I feel like you have created a sense of stability, a sense of security. We have the Four of Wands and the King of Pentacles here, but in your current energy is the Seven of Wands in reverse. So it's like you're in this energy of feeling like you have to do more, you have to accomplish more. You have to keep fighting, you have to keep pushing. And I feel like your advice really is to surrender to everything that you've built. And I feel like you're really being asked to find joy and feel gratitude for where you are at right now. I feel like you're doing amazing. I feel like you're doing very well. But I am getting this energy. I feel like you could tend to be very hard on yourself or just like perfectionistic. You feel like you could always perfect something. You could always make something a little bit better. And I feel like you are on this very like evolutionary path. I feel like you do evolve very quickly, but I feel like at this current moment in time, your spirit guides are really asking you to just surrender, let go, relax into the things that you have built. relax into this energy. I feel like taking a vacation from work. And I'm not saying stopping your work, but if you're feeling overworked or you're starting to feel burnout, your spirit guides are really asking you to just take a break. Maybe that's a day, maybe that's an hour. Maybe that's going out and treating yourself or doing something that you love. And on the back of the deck, we have big picture thinking, Pleiadian energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Wow. I feel like your spirit guides really are asking you to, yes, see the big picture, but it's almost like when we see the big picture, we understand that just as much work that goes into creating something, you also have to take time to rest and recover. I feel like a social media detox would be very helpful for this pile as well. And I feel like you do have a lot of ideas, and maybe that's why you work so hard and why you've achieved a certain level of success in life, is because you are able to see where you are going and you are able to picture this life that you want to create and this life that you want to live. And you're slowly taking steps towards this. But I feel like your spirit guides are really asking you to not be so hard on yourself. Know that you are being led, know that you are being guided, know that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to work out, but don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to surrender to the pleasure. And it literally says, make love to life. And so I feel like your spirit guides are really asking you to get into this flow of working, but also remembering self-care and remembering to take care of the things that you need in life. And it's like, I'm also getting this message, it's like somebody who works so hard to create this abundance, and they get so lost in working that they don't realize that they've already created so much abundance. But it's like with this Virgo energy here, it's like you can see that there is a capability and a capacity to create more. And you're not being discouraged to not create, but you are being encouraged to rest and relax. You're being encouraged to trust that the ideas that you receive will be acted on and you will get this level of success in life. But you also have to remember to slow down and enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, is something that's coming through. We're going to get some more advice and guidance for you. I'm actually going to scoot these up a wee bit, that way we can see. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 2? I feel like your spirit guides are very evolved. Very high guides, high level guides is something that's coming through. And you are also kind of coming through as this like high level guide energy. You have the turtle here, which is all about ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge. I feel like you could be an old soul as well, is something that's coming through. Can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 2, please? Guides of love and light, can you please get some advice, guidance? Interesting. So on the back of the deck, we have the Fox Spirit in reverse. Number 27, think on your feet. I'm actually going to leave that here. And we have the Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Interesting. So, with the Fox Spirit being here in reverse, this card talks about camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy. and almost like being too smart for your own good. And that's something that I was kind of picking up with this Pyle. I feel like this Pyle is very intelligent. We have Mercury energy here. So you could have very strong Mercury placements, very strong 3rd or 6th house placements. But I feel like at some points you could tend to overthink or think your way out of connecting with people. Think your way out of certain situations that would benefit you. I feel like you could also have a lot of fire in your chart. There's a lot of like passion and energy here. This energy to go out and achieve and do and be and become this like King of Pentacles energy. But with this wasp spirit here, it says sometimes life stings. It's like your advice is sometimes things don't go the way we planned. And your spirit guides are also saying there's our plan and then there's the universe's plan. And I'm thinking back to, there's a saying that says God plans, or we plan and God laughs, because it's like we're supposed to experience certain things in life, but there's also a bigger plan. We're connected to something much greater than us. And I feel like you know this deep down. You know that we're connected on a deeper level, and we are playing a certain role not only in our lives but in the lives of others. And sometimes when we don't get the things that we want, it's not because the universe is trying to punish us, but it's because sometimes we have to learn certain lessons. And I really feel like you are learning the lesson to surrender and let go. And I'm also getting the message, it's like life is a dance, and I feel like life is a dance of duality. It's like we are constantly learning to put ourselves out there, but also surrender how other people perceive us. It's like you're not being told to hide in a cave. You're actually, I feel like, being called to put yourself out there, put your ideas out there. Imagine yourself in this future that you want to be, while also surrendering how other people perceive you. And I want to read the Fox Spirit out of the book for you, because I feel like it has very valuable insight. It says, "Are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy? Perhaps you are being too clever for your own good and playing games to protect yourself. Being dishonest with yourself or others can become isolating and create obstacles to true connection. Fox Spirit calls you to be attuned to what is happening within you and around you, so that your quick thinking and creativity can lead you to better relationships and situations. You are called to use your Fox Spirit beneficially rather than in ways that keep you from experiencing what you want." Or perhaps right now you are realizing that a situation is trickier than it appears on the surface, and you are afraid to make a move in case it turns out to be a mistake. Fox Spirit is here to remind you that when you are in alignment with the Great Spirit, the answers and solutions can come quickly and you can trust them. Don't overthink a situation in order to avoid the challenge of facing a difficult truth. Fox Spirit's creative nature will always be there to guide you and help you move quickly into better circumstances. Very interesting. And then the Wasp Spirit, I want to read that one as well, because I'm curious. It's interesting because you're getting the advice, don't overthink a situation in order to avoid the challenge of facing a difficult truth. It's like your spirit guides are saying you already know the answer. You already know exactly what you need to do, exactly what needs to happen in your life. But because you could really want a certain outcome, you could really almost be like playing mind games with yourself. And you're being asked to trust what's coming to you. Trust where you're being led. Trust the advice that you're being given. And then Wasp Spirit says, "Not all that Spirit creates in nature is easy to love, but when we look through the eyes of Wasp Spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, There is a purpose for pain, just as there is a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too, the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that wasp spirit has shown up. But you will soon come to see that spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes, wasp spirit was conspiring with spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and wasp spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting may hurt, but something better awaits you. It's almost like I feel like your advice is like, there could be certain things in life that you could be avoiding experiencing because you know that they will hurt. But when you think about those times where you were hurt the most and you look back, it's almost like you're grateful that something didn't work out. You're grateful that the thing that you begged and pleaded for didn't work out because it's like you had a better experience after that. Very powerful. Very powerful. We're going to go ahead and get another last little piece of advice and guidance, and then we're going to get some self-care cards for you. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 2? Wow. So we have play. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. And you had that kind of advice and guidance with this surrender to sweetness, pleasure, joy, play, remember to have fun. Remember the lightness of life. Remember the things that you used to enjoy whenever you were a child. And then all of a sudden I'm getting the message, like we become adults and we think, oh, we can't have fun, we have to be responsible. But your spirit guides are really asking you to remember to play. And then we have joy. Make time for the little things today. And then last we have weed. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. I feel like your spirit guides, your higher self is really with you at this time. And I feel like you already intuitively know what needs to happen. You already intuitively know that there's certain things in your life that are no longer serving you. And it could be this energy of overthinking. It could be this energy of trying to avoid pain. But your advice really is to remember to have fun, remember to be joyful, and remember to play. I feel like another piece of advice for you would also be to go out and do something that you enjoy. And I'm also getting the message to listen to your love language. If your love language is quality time, maybe spending some quality time with yourself. If your love language is gift giving, maybe giving a gift back to yourself. Or if your love language is words of affirmation, maybe recording yourself saying like words of affirmation to yourself and listening to those, or just saying things about yourself, affirmations to yourself that you love, things that you love about yourself, and repeating those back. But we're going to end with some self-care for you. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some self-care, some self-love for pile number 2, please? Something pile number 2. It's a little too many. Maybe just one card, please. Self-care for pile number 2. Okay. So on the back of the deck, we have hydrate. So maybe drinking some water, if you haven't drinking water in a little bit, would be very helpful for you as well. Or maybe even just like soaking in a bath or soaking in the shower or listening to the sound of water. I feel like water could be very healing for you. We also have the turtle here. Turtle is half water, half earth. And so water could be very healing for you, especially drinking it. I'm also getting the message maybe like saying certain affirmations to your water and charging your water with those affirmations, like saying, you know, like your water is beautiful, you love your water, you know, and like repeating positive affirmations, and then when you drink it, it's like it becomes part of you. And then we also have beauty ritual. So this doesn't even have to be like going out and getting your nails done or anything like that. You can do this kind of stuff at home, just like maybe doing a face mask or putting lotion all over your body or doing your hair the way you like it, wearing clothes, you know, just doing something to make yourself feel beautiful, because you are. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know if this resonated. And if you feel called, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And if you hit the little notification bell down below, you will be notified whenever I upload pick a card readings like this one. And thank you so much for watching again. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye! Hello! If you chose the rose quartz, this is your reading. You're going to get advice and guidance from your spirit guides. And we are first going to look at your current energy. So something that was coming through, you are group number 3. And I was feeling this kind of irritation almost in my throat chakra. So maybe you could be healing your throat chakra at this time, or you've been experiencing upgrades, or maybe downloads. That's something that's also coming through to your throat chakra. I feel like you're also, it's like I'm seeing the throat, the heart, and I'm just feeling this like really strong connection to nature. This could be my fairy pile, my pile that resonates being very closely with the fae. I feel like you could also be an environmentalist, somebody who really cares about nature, who has this very open heart chakra when it comes to nature, when it comes to speaking about nature. I feel like you're almost like the voice for nature. Also, the voice for the voiceless is something that's coming through as well. And I just feel very drawn to this tree that's outside my window. You could be very connected to the trees in your area. I also have a pick a card reading on my channel, Messages from the Trees. You may want to go and watch that reading. Let's go ahead and look at your cards. So we have the Hanged Man, the Princess, so this is the Page of Swords, and the Magician. And it's interesting too that this Hanged Man card is almost like connected to the tree. In like the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, he's just hanging from a tree, but it's almost like he's part of the trees. I feel like connecting with the trees could give you very deep insights, very valuable knowledge, valuable wisdom. I'm also getting, I feel like you could have been a druid in a past life, or also a tree. You could have been literally a tree in a past life if that resonates with you. And then we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Let's go ahead and look at your other cards. So we have the Fox Spirit coming out. And then we have Jupiter return benefits coming out in your current energy. Wow. I feel like you could have done a lot of inner work. You could have done a lot of self-reflection, a lot of looking at your triggers and healing your shadow, integrating your shadow to become part of yourself. I feel like you're also in this energy of receiving a lot of rewards, reaping a lot of benefits from things that you've sown in the past. And then with the Fox card here, it's almost like I feel like you could be in this energy of wanting to connect with people, wanting to speak about things that you've learned, wanting to share your wisdom, wanting to share what you know. You could also be something specific that's coming through. This may only resonate with a few people, wanting to manifest a certain relationship into your life, a certain friendship, a certain relationship. Then we have the Page of Swords in reverse. I'll look at this card upright. I feel like you have a very strong inner world. We have the energy of Pisces here as well. I feel like you have a very strong inner voice, but I feel like at this time you could be doing a lot of inner monologuing is something that's coming through. Really just talking to yourself and really just like replaying in your head, going through your thoughts. I feel like this group could also be a channeler as well. I feel like you could receive insights, receive downloads from spirit. I want to look at the Princess of Swords in this book really quick, just to see what it says. So the Princess of Swords says, "Warrior and noble, you are the beautiful, avenging angel. Many fear you, and rightfully so. Your enemies are nothing compared to you, but you can be risky, so take heed. Find patience and harness your ferocity." So you're coming through as this kind of warrior spirit. I feel like you've done a lot of fighting for what is right. And I feel like you have this ability to see the truth, see deeper. I feel like you could also, it's almost, I'm getting this kind of like telepathic energy as well. You could be very empathetic, but you could also really pick up on other people's energy around you, or you are picking up on other people's energy around you at this time. And I feel like it's allowing you to almost like expand. I feel like you could be the type of person that learns lessons through other people's struggle, through other people's like challenges almost is something that's coming through. Like you may not have to go through every lesson and learn every lesson, because when you see somebody in a challenging time, it's like you almost take on that energy as your own. I feel like you could also be really good at transmuting energy, transmuting negativity into light. I want to look at the fox spirit in the book as well. The fox is earth energy. The fox says, "Smart, strong partner, mate, wise teacher. When in balance, magical, ingenious teacher, monogamous. When out of balance, sneaky, unsure of their identity. To bring into balance, partnership or connection." I feel like there could be somebody significant that was in your life, or maybe somebody that's coming into your life that reflected a lot of mirroring. And I feel like it allowed you to grow and evolve in certain ways or in a certain way. And that's kind of the message that I was picking up, like you can grow through other people's challenge. I feel like you have this very like ancient wisdom, this very like deep ancient wisdom and knowledge that everything is connected and that everybody comes from one source is something that's also coming through. I'm almost getting this energy. I feel like you're being really called to focus on your inner world. Focus on your thoughts as well. I'm picking up you could have maybe experienced intrusive thoughts or self-doubt. I feel like this could be you picking up on the energy of others around you. You do have this energy of being a teacher, being a mentor. And a lot of times when we are meant to teach something, we have to learn it ourselves. And I feel like you could really be able to teach people about mirroring, teach people about the power of connecting with other people. And I feel like you've had to go through maybe struggles when it comes to connections, but you are in this energy of like reaping your rewards. And it's almost like you've gone through a certain amount of challenge to be able to accept the benefits that come with facing those challenges. It's like I'm seeing somebody in a video game like fighting a boss, and then after they fight the boss, they not only get to move to the next level, but they get like a certain prize, like they get a certain amount of coins or a certain amount of like knowledge, wisdom that they've learned. And this is like what the energy that you're in. We're going to go ahead and get some advice and guidance for you. I'm not exactly sure what dilemma you could be going through right now. I feel like it's almost kind of being like hidden from me. I feel like maybe you could be feeling like things are too good to be true right now. I feel like you're just in this energy of reaping rewards. Let's go ahead and get some advice and guidance. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 3, please? I just keep getting this like powerful connection to Earth. I feel like you could receive a lot of signs and synchronicities through animals, through the way the Earth is behaving, through the way nature is behaving. Right now it's really windy outside, and to me wind is connected with mental space. I'm almost getting, I feel like you could be maybe struggling with mental fog right now, or a lack of clarity about a certain partnership or a certain connection to somebody. Can we please get some advice and guidance, spirit guides of love and light? Advice and guidance for pile number 3. So we did have this card come out. We, the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock timer. It's like, and I just keep feeling this like tension in my throat chakra. I feel like you are like almost evolving at a very rapid rate. And I feel like you're going through some sort of portal. I feel like you could be a spiritual teacher, you could be a tarot reader, a psychic, a channeler. And I feel like it's because you've learned, it's almost like you've up-leveled, not only in your chakras, specifically your throat chakra. I feel like you've come to a certain knowledge that you are everything. You could be very into Buddhism as well, but this says birth as a portal. So I feel like you could be going through a rebirth, or if you've been resisting a rebirth, your spirit guides are advising you to step through the portal. Step into this newer version of you. And they're also saying be the change you wish to see. Your state of consciousness is the most important. And I feel like this is something that you may have heard before, or something that you're learning right now. Everything is a reflection of your state of consciousness. And it's like you have been changing your perspective of the world around you. And I'm saying 12:34 on the clock, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like you are just like taking these steps. You're on the right path, and you're meant to be some sort of teacher. And then this says another message of birth. So maybe you could have a child or be about to give birth to something, whether that is an actual child or maybe a new creation, a new project. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. This could also be your advice and guidance is to give birth to the new version of you that wants to be expressed. And I feel like it's like you've gone through certain lessons, you've experienced certain things, and that old identity, that old version of you is no longer serving you. And you're being asked to create the version that you want to be. And I'm seeing somebody like look into a pond saying, who am I? And all that's being reflected back is you're the reflection of yourself. And your spirit guides are saying you are who you create yourself to be in the present moment. Very powerful. Birth is very significant for you. I feel like you could be going through a period of rebirth. And I'm seeing the death card in tarot as well. It's like you had certain endings in your life, certain things that came to completion, certain things that were no longer serving you that fell out of your life. And now it's almost like you're in this period of being very creative, bringing inspiration down. And this could be with certain projects. This could also be with yourself, with your own identity. And I'm also getting the message, you could be like around certain people that no longer resonate with you, or you could be participating in certain activities that no longer resonate with you. And I feel like you're being asked to trust your intuition, trust what you're feeling, trust where you're being led. And it's like the reason those things no longer resonate with you is because they're no longer for you, and you're being asked to trust. We're going to go ahead and get some more advice and guidance for you. Spirit guides of love and light. And I just keep hearing this like emphasis on love. I feel like you're realizing that you are love. Everything around you is love. The universe is love, and you are the universe. This message of self-love is coming through. You could be coming out of a period of really focusing on yourself, focusing on your self-love. And I feel like you're being asked and advised to step into this embodiment that you know to be true. Can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 3, please? Okay, so we had 2 cards come out for you. And on the back of the deck, we have love is all around. I feel like you could be in a very beautiful period, beautiful point in your life. I just saw 1551 on the clock timer. We also have 41 here. Those numbers could be significant for you. And with this like music note here, you could be some kind of artist, a songwriter is something that's specifically coming through, or a singer. You're being asked to express this love that you feel. Let's see. You also got these cards. They did come out in reverse. We have lay a solid foundation and time to collaborate with the ant here. And it's interesting, we have these like puzzle pieces. It's like you are one piece of the puzzle and somebody else has a piece that could be very insightful to you, that could be very helpful to you when it comes to your evolution, when it comes to your soul growth. And you're being asked to collaborate and look at other people's information as just as valuable as your own. And then we have lay a solid foundation. So you're being asked, you're being advised to build and create the groundwork. And I'm hearing One Step at a Time by Jordan Sparks. I feel like you're being asked to slow down and come into the present moment and focus on what it is you want to create. And if there's certain people in your life, you may need help from certain people. You're being asked to not be afraid to ask for help from others and to accept the help that others are trying to give you. And I actually want to read both of these cards out of the book for you, because I'm really curious to see what it says. So, let's see. Ant. So for the ant spirit, it says, do you really believe that you have to do everything yourself? Do you believe that somehow any help you get will be disappointing or not good enough? Perhaps it's time to address your issues of control and bias towards the negative. It doesn't matter where or why you became pessimistic or mistrustful. The fact that Ant Spirit is showing up now is a sign that you have an opportunity to heal and to relearn to trust that others will show up for you in a genuine way. Ant Spirit wants you to remember that your expectations and limiting beliefs are a vibrational offering that draws in the opposite of what you desire. Spirit wants to help you and will send collaborative partners your way. It's time to see the universe as conscious and connected, loving and helpful, but you must participate in this activity of co-creation. Creating reality is not just about dreaming. If you are feeling orphaned from a community, reach out and communicate. If you feel vulnerable, know that being present in your vulnerability can help you draw in someone who wants to assist you. Trust in your partnership with Spirit, and your outer conditions will start to reflect that. Then you will see the miracles waiting for you, including partners who appear ready to lend a hand. Very interesting. I feel like with that message of partnership, you're really being asked to trust that there are people out there who want to help you. And it's interesting that we had that message that says your expectations and limiting beliefs are a vibrational offering that draws in the opposite of what you desire. So I feel like you are at a point in your life where you are desiring connection. You are desiring a soul tribe. You are desiring this community that you can collaborate with. I'm also getting the message, I feel like you are meant to be the leader of a community. You are meant to build a community, especially with this lay a solid foundation card here. But whenever we put out that we don't need people and stuff like that, that's what comes back to us, even if it's not what we desire. I feel like some advice for you is also to really be honest with yourself. Be honest with what you want in life. Really go in, do a deep dive, and be honest about what you want to create. And trust in your partnership with Spirit, and your outer conditions will start to reflect that. And then I'm also going to read the Beaver Spirit out of the book. So the Beaver says, and I just saw 2020 on the clock, that could be significant for you. Beaver Spirit has come to warn you to check for rotten wood in the foundation of your dreams. Perhaps you built your hopes on faulty promises or wishful thinking that something would work out just because you wanted it. Maybe you made choices from a place of unworthiness, hoping that once you got what you desired, it would somehow change you and make everything better, and you had to face the truth that it didn't. Or Beaver Spirit may be telling you it's time to accept things as they are, and perhaps consider abandoning the project, relationship, or situation so you can make room for something better. Perhaps you need to go back and rebuild a solid foundation, because what you desire may not be in alignment with what your soul intends. Beaver Spirit says you can always get busy and build something fresh and new if the desire is true. All manner of miracles can spring up from a new, strong foundation when you remember your partnership with Spirit. Be clear about what you're building and why, choosing from a place of worthiness, well-being, and wholeness. Self-understanding and acceptance will provide you with a solid blueprint to begin again. Get busy now. Beaver Spirit says this is not a time to procrastinate, but a time to start building again. Always mindful of the foundation you are laying, trusting that Spirit is co-creating with you. And I feel like that's a powerful message. Your spirit guides are really advising you to trust that you're not doing this all alone. There are people out here who are wanting to help you, physical people, spirit. Your spirit team is wanting to help you as well. And you have a lot of ancestors around you as well. And there's just so many people in these cards that are wanting to help you and wanting to build the dream that you desire as well. But I feel like you're also being asked to trust. Trust where you're being led. Sorry about that. My camera battery died and I had to go charge it for a little bit. But as I was saying, I feel like one of the main things that your spirit guides are really asking you is to really get in touch with what it is that you truly want and start going out there and doing what you truly want, speaking about what you truly want, bringing about what you truly want into existence. And you do have a lot of help around you. You have your ancestors, you have your spirit guides, you have people in your community who want to help you. But we're going to get some more advice and guidance for you with this deck. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 3, please? Advice and guidance for pile number 3. Okay, so we have grow, All flowers must grow through dirt. And with this message coming out, I feel like your advice and guidance is really to use the things that you're experiencing, especially when it comes to other people, the feelings of, I'm getting feelings of frustration or feelings like you can't connect with people. Use these challenges that you experience in relationship to other people to help you grow, to help you expand. And it's not always going to be easy because right here it says grow through dirt. You know, when we think about dirt, that's challenge, that's struggle, that's certain things that we don't necessarily want to experience. But once we go through those things, we grow through those things, we become more evolved, we become more in alignment with our higher self. And then we also have adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be. So I feel like this is a message of confirmation for you that everything that you're going through, the struggles that you're going through will not be in vain. When you can adapt and overcome and conquer, you will get yourself exactly where you want to be. We had Jupiter over here, so this is the planet of expansion, of growth, and your advice is to adapt to what's going around you, not to fight it or not to feel resistance about certain things that you're experiencing, because those things that you're experiencing are supposed to help you grow. And then on the back of the deck, we have release, lighten your load. So I feel like this card really does talk about releasing expectations that you have maybe put on connections, releasing like you feel like you have to do everything because you don't. Those were messages that were coming up for you as well. And just don't feel like so stressed that you have to figure everything out on your own. Your spirit guides are with you, your ancestors are with you, and I'm hearing earth angels, people in your life who want to help you grow, who want to help you expand, who want to help you get to the next level. And we're going to end with some self-care. Something that you can do to show yourself some self-love, some self-care. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some self-care? Oh, for pile number 3. You may have felt drawn to another pile as well. We have number 18, dance. I feel like moving your body could be very helpful when it comes to expressing yourself and feeling more comfortable when it comes to expressing yourself. And moving and dancing can also help release pent-up energy or old stagnant energy that's within you. And it's interesting too that in your dance card we have other people. So maybe going out dancing with other people could be very healing for you. Or I'm also getting the message, dance like no one is watching, you know? Especially if you are with other people, not feeling judged by other people. And it's interesting, your spirit guides are saying how you feel judged by other people is how you're judging yourself. And that's almost, it's like it's a reflection, you know, when you think other people are judging you because of your hair or because of how you move your body or because of the things you like, you are actually judging yourself for those things. And you're being asked to release, let that go. I feel like you really are stepping into a new identity, and I feel like having some fun dancing would be very healing for you as well. And then on the back, we have clear your energy field with the number 10. And it's interesting that we have the fox spirit, which talks about connection, and then all these cards that talk about connection as well. You could be taking on other people's energy. And so your spirit guides are asking you to really ground yourself in your own energy. This could be doing like a cleansing ritual, whether that's taking a bath and affirming, you know, as soon as I get out of this bath, I will be cleansed, I will be cleared, or a shower, or using sage or incense or smoke to clear your energy field. You can also listen to certain frequencies or chimes or bells to clear your energy field. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know if this resonated. And if you feel called, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And if you would like to see more videos like this, please click the notification bell down below. That way you'll be updated and notified whenever new videos like this come out. And thank you so much again for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.